Hi everyone, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today we are going to do some meal prep, and I hope that you are as excited as I am because I've got some really yummy food set, just scheduled for the week this week. So for breakfast, we are going to do some breakfast burritos, and for lunch, I'm going to do some chicken fajitas over cauliflower rice. And I really like that combination. I did a variation of that a couple of weeks ago, but I thought this week we would change it up and actually do chicken fajitas with it. So super excited to give that one a try. And then I will go over my snack with you once we get there as usual. So let's go ahead and jump right into our meal prep and let's go. For breakfast today, I'm going to have egg, sausage, potato, and mushroom burritos. Now I'm probably making way more filling than I need. I'm probably going to end up having to eat this all throughout the week and some on the weekends. But I think that it's going to be really good. It's going to be super low in points, and I think it's going to be a great filling breakfast this week, and it's going to be something new. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started with our ingredients. Went ahead and turned on my stove. I've got a couple of pans going, so we're just going to go ahead and spray the first one and the second one. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some mushrooms into our first pan, and I have a ton of mushrooms, and I'm going to end up using mushrooms in my breakfast and lunches this week. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some mushrooms right into our pan. It's a good thing that I love mushrooms. So I've got those going in there. And this other pan, I thought I would go ahead and this is probably maybe 1.5 cups of mushrooms, just in case you need just a measurement on that. And I'm gonna go ahead and chop those up a little bit more. And into this pan, I'm gonna throw 1 cup of shredded potatoes. And I thought I would just go ahead and crisp those up in that pan. These are the shredded potatoes that I'm using. They're just the Walmart Great Value brand. And 1 cup is 2 points on those, on green and blue. They might be 0 on purple. I can't remember if this particular brand is. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one with a little bit of spray on top because these seem to give me a little problems crisping up. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some salt and pepper to the potatoes. So I'm going to let these get going, and here in the back I have 8 eggs, which is why I said I probably have way more than I need. And the sausage that I'm using today is going to be this Jimmy Dean's fully cooked turkey sausage, and I have a 1/2 cup of this out for 2 points. So far we have 4 points in all of our ingredients here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and then I'll come back once it starts doing something because I really don't want to bore you today with we're waiting for the mushrooms to start to caramelize. Yeah, we're not going through all that. I could throw some onions in here if I wanted, but I'm going to have onions and green peppers in my lunch, so I didn't really want to do the same ingredients in both meals today. So we're going to go ahead and let this get started, and I'll be right back. Okay, my mushrooms are looking really good here. I'm going to go ahead and transfer my potatoes. I know this is going to be right in your way, sorry. Into this pan. I'm going to get rid of this pan. Hold on, please. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in those sausage crumbles. Then I'm going to change the angle here because this side over here is really hot and it's getting hot on my arms. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and scramble our eggs. All right, so I've got that nice and heated up. I'm going to go ahead and add our eggs now. And again, that was 8 eggs scrambled as I'm making a mess on my stove. Get that in there. And now I'm going to start to scramble these eggs. The pan was a little hot, so my eggs are probably going to cook really fast. I'm going to keep stirring those there. And then what I plan to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put these into a bowl. And then when I want to have them, I'm going to scoop them out and I'm going to throw them onto a tortilla. I probably could put them on a tortilla and put them in the fridge and have those ready to go and just microwave them. That might be a better idea. All right, I might do that with a couple of them and just have a couple ready to go. So once these cool off, stay tuned and I'll come back and then I will start to put a couple of these together. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish cooking these and then we will get started on our lunch next. For lunch today, I thought I would just go ahead and cook this in stages because I could have a couple pans going, but sometimes it's just easier to have one. Plus, believe it or not, I am not a great multitasker. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get our mushrooms going. And I'm gonna go ahead again, spray the pan, and I'm gonna cook up the rest of these mushrooms. There we go. Hit it with a little more cooking spray on top. And as these start to cook down, I will start to chop them. I don't mind big pieces of mushroom because, again, I am a mushroom fan. So for lunch today, for lunch this week, I guess I should say, we are going to have chicken fajita bowls over cauliflower rice. Now, if you don't like cauliflower rice, great, put it over regular rice. If you want to change it up and put it over pasta, you could totally put this over pasta. You could just eat it as it is. You could probably put it over salad. So very, very versatile. And I think that there's nothing else I have to say. Let's get the mushrooms done, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to get the next couple of ingredients started. Okay, our mushrooms are looking really good. I'm going to set these aside, and in the same pan, I'm going to throw in next some sliced onions and peppers. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to hit it with a little more cooking spray, just to make sure it doesn't stick. First thing we're going to throw in is I sliced one large Vidalia onion. Put that in there. And then I had some random chopped peppers here, so we're just going to pop those in too. And that's just a mixture of green and red peppers. So we're going to go ahead and cook these down just a bit. And then I'm going to add in one package of 99% fat-free ground turkey. So I guess technically we're having turkey fajita bowls. I just realized that. So if I said chicken earlier, I meant turkey, which is perfectly fine because to me, they're kind of the same. I mean, really. Ooh, this smells delicious already. I don't know about you, but just the onions and peppers, that smell is just woo, so fragrant. All right, so I'm just going to cook these down for about, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. I just want to get them started just so they start to caramelize just a little bit. And then again, I'm going to throw in, got a nice big thick piece right here. Trying to separate it. So then I'm going to throw in that turkey. And if you haven't seen the turkey before, hold on, I'm trying to grab it out. I got this one at Kroger, and it's just the extra lean, fresh, 99% fat-free. And this is 0 points on the Blue Plan, so you can't go wrong with that. So we're going to go ahead and get this cooked down a little bit, and then I will come back. Okay, that one is looking really good. Hold on, I'll give you a closer look. Look at that. Going to be so flavorful and so colorful. All right, so I was going to use this pan, but I think I'm going to need a larger pan, so I'm going to switch gears here. We're going to switch out this pan. I got a big one out here. I've already sprayed it with cooking spray. And this turkey breast is very lean, so it does not, I mean, it just, you definitely need to coat your pan really well. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw some water in as well into my pan, just to kind of give it a little more moisture. And hold on, if you're new to my channel, you probably have not seen my pot filler. Love my pot filler. Oh, gotta bring it up just a little bit more. You see the underside of my microwave. But this is my pot filler, and it's instead of having to carry water from the sink, you can just fill it over top of your pans. So very excited about my pot filler. My husband installed that for me, and it's really, I can't believe how much I use it. I really can't. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna start to cook our ground turkey. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, but I have some seasoning that I'm gonna use, so I don't need a lot of salt and pepper, but I don't know about you, but I just feel like I need salt and pepper in this. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick up the heat on this and start to cook this, and then I'll come back once it's doing something. Okay, just checking in. Our turkey is almost done. You'll know that it's done once all these little pink pieces, here's a nice good one, once all these little pink pieces start to go away and it turns completely white. I don't know if that's really the rule, but that's kind of how I judge it. And then once that gets to the point, we're going to start throwing our other ingredients in here and pull this one together. Now the water that I used will evaporate, so no worries on that. If you use too much water, no big deal, just drain it. I mean, it just takes an extra step. But again, I've noticed that when I started doing that, my meat doesn't dry out. Because again, with this being so lean, it definitely will be super dry if you don't take this extra step. So, all right, so I'm just gonna let this kind of finish up its thing here, and then I will come back and we will finish off our lunch and jump over to our snack preparation. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish up this recipe. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in a packet of this Kroger brand fajita seasoning mix. And honestly, of all the brands that I found, this one's the best. My friend Sonia at work told me about this stuff, and since she told me about it, I always keep it on hand, and I will probably never use another tacos or a fajita seasoning, because I'm telling you right now, it is the best. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dump in our green peppers and onions. Pop those in there. I'm going to grab my mushrooms and we're going to pop those in there next. And we're going to give all that a nice big stir. Dump some on my floor. My dog is going to love that. And voila! Instant chicken, taco, fajita, turkey fajitas. I am not going to get used to the turkey fajitas. But trust me, once you get that fajita seasoning in there, you're not going to be able to tell if it's turkey or chicken. It's just going to taste super yummy. Now, if you are not a ground turkey fan, you could totally use a lean, I mean, if you wanted to stick with the crumbles, you could probably use, I don't know, beef fajitas. You could use steak in this. You could use, I mean, it's fajitas. Use whatever type of meat you want. If you don't like meat and you want to put some tofu in here, I'm probably sure that could work too. So again, change it up. This is a nice, good base recipe for you to have on hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that simmer just to let the flavors meld. And let's jump over to my counter and finish up today's prep, and I'll show you what I'm having for my snacks this week. And I'm kind of excited because I haven't had this in a very long time. So let's jump over and I'll show you what I'm having. All right, so for my afternoon snack, I am going to have the Wasa crackers and a Laughing Cow cheese. So the normal one that I normally buy is a multi-grain, and this multi-grain here is 1 point for 1, 2 points for 2. But then when I was looking this up in my app, I seen that the light rye is 2 points. I'm sorry, 2 slices for 1 point. Let me start that over. 2 for 2, 2 for 1. So I'm going to try the light rye this week and check it out and see if I like those just as well. So here's the funny thing. This is a light rye, 40 calories for 2 slices. Whole grain, 35 calories per slice. So you kind of, I guess it is 2 slices. All right, we're going to scratch that. All right, this is what I'm having for my I really thought I had some kind of strategy going in my head, but I totally did not. I thought it was 40 calories for 1, but it does say for 2. So scratch all that. I'm leaving this in here because sometimes I just crack myself up. All right, so that's that. The next thing that you're gonna see, I think, is me putting my burritos together because I still have those here and they're cooling off because I want to make sure those are completely cool before I put them together. Otherwise, what happens is your tortillas will sweat and they'll get all soggy, and nobody likes that. So we're gonna go ahead and let these completely cool, and then I will start to put a couple of those together for you. So stay tuned for that, and then we'll wrap up today's meal prep. All right, I'm just gonna throw one of these together for you just to kind of make this quick so you don't have to watch me do my assembly line. The tortillas that I'm using today are the La Banderita carb counter. These are 1 point on all plans. And if you cannot find those, here is another good option. We have these Olay Extreme Wellness high fiber wraps, and these are also 1 point. So you have 2 different options there. You should be able to find one of those in your stores. So I'm gonna take a 1/2 cup of my mixture, which I thought would probably be, yeah, that's pretty good, and place it inside my tortilla. Now, if I wanted to, I could do a 1/4 cup of this mild cheddar fat-free cheese for 0 points. So I could add that on. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap these up. I'm gonna put them into a roll, and I'll probably heat them and throw on some salsa because I really do like salsa on my breakfast burritos. And this week I have the Pace restaurant style salsa, and in the medium because a little bit of heat does better than anybody. Plus, it'll help you get some of your water in the morning. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw together a couple of those burrito bowls to show you what those look like. So I'm gonna put 2 bowls out here. I have some Kroger riced cauliflower. I'm not even gonna cook this. I think it says steams in bag, but I think that by the time it microwaves and it all goes together, I think it'll be fine. If I'm wrong, I will let you know, but I think it should be fine. So I'm gonna throw some in the bottom of my containers here. I'll probably get 3 out of that bag. That might be a little bit more than I want to use. Hold on, please. Let me pull just a little bit of that out. After looking at it, I'm like, well, maybe I don't want that much. Pull a 1/4 cup out of those. Yeah, it looks a little better. All right, so we've got that in there. My chicken fajita mixture, turkey fajita. I'm just going to call it chicken because, you know, that just seems to be what it's going to be called today. I'm going to take a cup of that, and I'm going to throw it right over top. And I have a 2/3 cup here, so I'm just making it heaping. I think that should be pretty good. A little bit more in this one. And I'm thinking I'm going to get 5 servings, maybe 4 to 5 servings of this chicken fajita mixture here. And that'll be it. So I will have that for my lunches this week. Doesn't this look yummy? Looks so good. All right, so that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope that you found some really good ideas to help you meal prep in your own homes this week. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments below, all that good jazz. And with that said, have a great week, and we will see you next video.